the love of cause Uganda we roll. From dusty road to Brimsy patrol. Review teams we break it down, helping every double in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause Uganda. Welcome to the road, where rubber meets the soul. For the love of cause Uganda. On the streets the story's right, all the new design with pride. Toyota, Nissan, Benz, or Mazda, we break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tale, village right to city scale. We talk the truth, not just a brand, for car lovers across the land. For the love of cause Uganda we roll. From dusty road to Brimsy patrol. Review teams we break it down, helping every double in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We'll bring the love, no just the horsepower. Is it a no or a TX ride? We'll show you what's real, no just a hype. Stalin builds and engine rolls. We teach you more than just photos. And tools from the basics up. Truck and gear and car can stop. If you're new or a seasoned vet, for the love of cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Let's learn it, drive it proud. This is more than just machines. It's the love, the life, the people. For the love of cause Uganda we roll. From dusty road to Brimsy patrol. Review teams we break it down, helping every dollar in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause Uganda. Okay, man. I love the girl. She don't you want me. She don't you want me. But I tell her, yes I tell her. Rachon nimbon 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 ninza. Aye. 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 Girl, you're my number one. Guasoka nakugamba ne gulyo mako bagwa. I tell you that, but you don't care. You don't give a damn, you don't dare. My number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never a part. But you make me beg, you make me beg. Every time I come over, you make me beg. But why? Why? But why? Why? Rachon nimbon 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 ninza. Aye. 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 Sitting on motoka, sitting on karanja, sitting on bling jagala kuwa some love. Give me some love, be my better half. I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Jewelry, dollar bills, many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart, yeah. Na yalwa chongamba koma woluli. Sikumanyi bulungi nchakwetegereza. I say yes, I say no, I say baby let's take it slow. You are my number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never give. But you make me beg, you make me beg. Every time I come over, you make me beg. But why? But why? Rachon nimbon 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 Rachon nimbon Rachon nimbon nimbon Rachon nimbon Rachon nimbon nimbon Rachon nimbon 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 ninza. but you never ever take what I say. See, I need you, but you do what you do ever again. Rock my world, it goes around, around and round and round and round. I love you so, I need you so, I never leave you so. Girl, I tell you this every day, every night, that I really feel you, I can't deny. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Rajon nimba, 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 Rajon nimba, Rajon nimba, 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 Rajon nimba, Rajon nimba, Rajon nimba, Rajon nimba, give me some love, be my better half. I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Rajon nimba, Rajon nimba, Rajon nimba. Nothing gonna last for long. Time is not wait. Okay, man. Good morning, my people. How you doing today? Market Tuesday, Walero. Joshua Eden Farm, Muyombia Mark Ngabuli Jokley Wandera, Cosmic Peter. Good morning, Richard Wanga. Motion by Benji, Lawrence Omule, Mukisa Emma Kafero, K. Jovan, Lawrence Dasha 256. Jones Info, you're lost. Oh no, what we in your city get there. George Senkubuge and George Bob. Guys, welcome to Market Tuesday. You can tell us about your products and services. Call up car or man. I come with a mechanic, and together we'll make sure to help you or assist you get the best car for your budget. We do that in one day, provided you have the right budget for your car. And I charge a small fee, 450,000 shillings. I also sell car tracking devices, 350 and 450, based on the functionalities. The one for 450 has a mic, so you can listen to the people in the car to see what they are saying. Just Jack, hi. Nima, hi. Girl, you got me feeling like on somebody. That's why they got think that she said. Today she gives me black black, you know. No, you tell her this. Tell her the one it is every. She tell you that, you know, she walks away, you know, she goes. That's why she say every time. But tell her the one that is early. Okay, man. Tasha.
Yes, once again, good morning, guys. Lifelink 365 VIP, good morning. And you know, Lifelink. I need Lifelink. Dasha 25. Starch, come and tell us, are you fine? Wawonye COVID. So anyway, ngena kogedanga bwempumulanga bwenjogera bwempumula, yeah. But we did an inspection yesterday. I've not yet shared the images and the inspection report. The Mark X2 we did not conclude. Mark X so I'll share the entire information tomorrow. So tomorrow I might actually have 3 inspection stories. I might actually be doing another inspection today, hopefully. Yeah, but let me share the stories of the 3 cars that I've shared. So on Friday, that's the day that I actually thought I was really sick. We bought the Noah, the black Noah, the very black Noah, you see. We bought it on Friday. The gentleman had already had contact with the person in the bond, and he had already talked to them about the Noah. So but before we went there, I wanted us to look at a variety so that he recognizes the difference. Now, some of you guys want to buy cars, and I will not say they are always bad cars, but there are some cars that are actually not always that good. Yeah. So normally, for example, if you're buying a Noah, I will make sure we look at all the places that I know have very good Noahs, and then we can also look at the places that have the not so good Noahs. Why am I saying that? Because of the expense that the Noah normally takes people into. You know, sometimes when you find someone bought their Noah at 42 million shillings, 40 million shillings, you be there thinking, bam. So we looked at a bunch of Noahs, and one of the reasons why we did not buy most of those Noahs was because they did not have 2 power doors. Now, when we say power doors, means I press a button and the sliding door opens. If the car has slide and I can open them with the press of a button, that's what we call the power doors. So there are some of those cars that will come with only 1 power door, and there are those that will come with 2 power doors. Now, majority of the cars come with only 1 power door, yeah, and that's one of the reasons why majority of the cars did not pass. Reason number two why we did not buy most of that, we actually saw more cars than I put in the inspection report. Some cars we did not buy them because the number plates were not on, but then also there are those cars that we did not buy because they were 40, 41, 42 million shillings. Yeah. Now, why are those cars priced differently when they're all Noahs? Emma, I do schedule the broadcast, but I schedule in the morning. Yeah. I schedule in the morning. Yeah, I do schedule in the morning. So the traders are in different bonds, yeah. Because they are in different bonds, they pay different rent. I want you to, and I think I want us to try and understand why different traders sell at different prices. Now, there are traders that are in expensive bonds. I've talked to some Ugandan traders that cannot rent offices in some places like Jambo, because rent of like a small office is like $2,000 a month. You get $2,000. That's about isn't about $7 million. $2,000. So just renting an office. So in places like that, it means you're also going to be paying about 15,000 to 20,000 per day for a car. Now, if that car is going to stay in the bond for like a month or two, just do the math. And some cars stay there for 6 months. Now, all that parking fee, or the damage, what we call the damage, is not going to be paid by that person. It will be paid by the person that buys the car. You get it? Yet there are other people that are in places where the rent is very cheap. The rent masasula $5. Ngane parking fees is bondi eziringa nosukanana. So there is no way they are going to sell at the same prices. But here comes the most important thing. There are people that also, when they're importing cars, they import whatever they can get their hands on. Yet there are also people that import the best quality they can get their hands on. I don't know if you get it. So the prices are definitely going to be different if one imports whatever they can get their hands on and another imports the best quality. There is a guy I've seen on TikTok. He almost just picks the cars. He goes to junkyards that are in the forest and he says that good deco, and the only judgment he has is that the car looks good. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So maybe it does get inspection before it exits Japan, but for him, he starts telling you that this car is available by looking at how good it looks. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So that might actually not be a very good way to look at a car, just based on how good it looks. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, we looked at, we were buying cars. I don't want to tell you what car we bought, but we looked at cars that looked better than the one we bought, but the engines were bad. You get, the engines were bad, and they were bad, but they looked good to the extent that the buyer asked me, Arthur, that engine is not so good, but how long until it stops moving? Because for the buyer, for her, she was willing to buy a car that had a not so good engine, provided that she could drive it for, like, let's say 2 years before the engine finally breaks down. And I told her, you know what, the engine is not going to break down. You will keep moving, but the sound will get worse, and you will want to sell. Everybody wants to sell at a certain point, and when you want to sell, yeah, at that point, people will not be willing to buy it because of the sound in your engine. You get, yeah. So anyway, we eventually bought that newer. Now there are newers that had bad engines, definitely, but on that day, I think our focus was, one, we wanted a newer was an 8-seater. So I needed to understand that there are newers that are 7-seaters and newers that are 8-seaters. Yeah, the 7-seaters, the middle row has a missing seat. The middle seat misses in the 7-seaters, and the 8-seaters have like a full bench. 3 people can sit in the middle row. So that's the difference. And most of the newers in the bond right now are 7-seaters. So there are also those that we just did not look at based on the fact that they are 7-seaters. And finally, most of them, even those that were really good, really nicer than one we bought, we did not buy them because of the price. 42, 41, 43, you get. Now, the car bought, if you look at the inspection report, it tells you that they had a damage on the passenger rear corner. Imabegeri ngakubutu. While you can damage, it's possible something hit the car as they were importing it, or probably something hit the car when it was still in Japan. I don't know, something hit it. And the buyer knew that. We showed that to the buyer. The good thing is the buyer came with the mechanic. The mechanic saw it as well, and he said that is okay. What was the other thing? I think that was like the major defect with the car. It had two power buttons, which the buyer really wanted. it was SI spec. See SI marayo because them SI mulim SI is marani SI is tamarayo. But it was the SI spec, and I've told you guys time and again, the thing that makes most of those higher trims better than the other cars is normally the suspension. So we bought that new at 37 million shillings, and yeah, so it was the cheapest in the market. So that's the there were other cars that were at the same price, 37. Nayenga, they had one power door, or they had 7 seats. You get it? So we end up having to buy that because it had 2 power doors and it had 8 seats. Yeah, 2 power doors. But the biggest issue for the person buying was the 2 power doors. It is I that insisted that we have to buy 8 seats because he will want to sell it. And the people that are buying newers outside the bond, Bobagula 8-seaters, because most of them are going to use them for taxi. So that's the first newer we bought on Friday. Now, let me go for a commercial break in Yokumazi, and then I come back with the 2 stories of the Mark X and the newer. Now, those cars were bought on the same day.
This moment is a flower wilting. This moment is a planet tilting. This moment won't last, it'll be out of our grasp fast. This thing you call the present is already past. Many, many, many more, many, many, many more. Pokemon, many more. East meets west. Let's touch. Money more. Yep. Many stocks. Many stocks. Money, money, money. Dynamo, new Harlem. Money, money, money more. Yeah. Let's go. And don't you know the life goes? Let's go. Yeah, you gotta step into the flow. Let's go. Sometimes you gotta chase it. And it's what you make it. Many, many, money more, many, many, money more. Pokemon.
So guys, yesterday as we were going for inspection, we were talking about the political situation in the country. And one of the people who were seated with in the car was telling me that they don't see anybody that qualifies to be a president. And you know, this is the same thing I've been telling people. The goal is not to get the most qualified president or someone that we see that has done it before. The goal is to change. Let me give you an example. In the companies where you guys work, some of you guys that are employed, every new CEO comes with their changes. And most of the CEOs come with good changes, yeah? That's all we need. If we get a new president and they work on the roads, and then they go, and then we get another one works on the hospitals, and then they go, we get another one, they work on the education system, and then they go, we get another one, they work on foreign policy. We don't need a president that has figured out everything. You get it? We just need change. Chechoke chetagisa. Yensonga lwaki omwana bw'olaba essomero erimu nga terikola ng'omutwala mu ssomero eddala. So I've seen people bring the argument of let's get an do you guys think the country would be the way it is if we had been changing presidents? Definitely not. Now there are chances it would be worse, but those chances are very minimal. The chances of the country being better would be higher because everybody has strengths and weaknesses. So we would get a president that has strengths in some areas, weaknesses in some areas, and then we kick him out. And then we get another president that has strengths in one area weaknesses in another area. And once you realize that the one president has figured out the health system, muleta wangudo. Ngai mulaba kati andu agambe ekibuga kyetaaga yinginiya. You get yinginiya bwana alemerwa nga baleeta omulalo oba baleeta lawyer oba baleeta doctor. You get that's the way things should be working. I think that's the essence of democracy, yeah. But of course, some people don't understand the essence of democracy. The essence of democracy, for me, I believe, is that we know that nobody is perfect, and because nobody is perfect, we are trying a bit of everything. So we give one group that is imperfect chance to run the country, and then another chance to another group to run the country. Yeah. So as you guys prepare to go voting, I would encourage you to actually think about that. That when we go to get presidents, yeah, we don't necessarily need someone that has figured everything out. We need someone that is strong in one area, and that's the area where they're going to focus probably on making things better. And then the areas where he's weak or she's weak, she can get other people. The moment one person starts to believe that the only person that is qualified, then they'll start killing people the way the Tanzanian president is doing, and that's not a very good thing for any country. Yeah. Come to the road and where other miss the soul. For the love of God's Uganda. On the streets the story's right. All the new the shine with pride. Toyota, Nissan, Benzo, Mazda, we break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tale. Village right to city scale. We talk the truth, but that's the brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of cause Uganda, we roll. From dusty road to Brimsey Patrol. Reviews teams, we break it down. Helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We'll bring the love, not just the horsepower. Is it a no or a TX ride? We'll show you what's real, not just a hype. Spalling views and engine rolls. We teach you more than just for those. Second tools from the basics up. Trucking gear and car gear stuff. If you're new or a seasoned vet, for the love of cause you ain't seen nothing yet. It's even learning, drive it proud. This is more than just machines. It's the love, the life, the dream. Now we roll from dusty road to Brimsey Patrol. Reviews teams, we break it down, helping every dollar in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause Uganda. So on Friday, while we were doing the inspection of the NOAA, the Mark X person booked me, and he said, Arthur, I want you to inspect the car for me tomorrow. I want to buy a Mark X. And I said, good, we shall meet tomorrow. And now take a booking fee. And Mbandia, one aina tandika doko grenade, the guy that bought the NOAA, the other gray, the grey NOAA. I had already started talking to him like a very long time ago, but he hadn't yet decided. I told him for the NOAA look for about 25 million shillings. Yeah. Now, for the people that are going to be buying on credit, the bigger your first payment, yeah, the more options you look at. The moment you have a small first payment, the options to look at become minimal. Okay? So, he said, I have 20 million, let's try to get a new one. I said, good. Now, because of our first payment, Now the newer guy called me and I told him, well, someone else booked me already. And he said, good, I'm okay. So in the morning on Saturday, the markets person came with 2 friends, and I'm not happy with the friends. Now I know it wasn't intentional, but guys, and this for all of us, when you sit in someone's car, you need to be intentional about where you step. You need to be intentional about what you step on. It's very bad. So, and that day, for the very first time, I went to a washing bed that charges 30,000, and I thought they knew what they were doing. Why did I do that? Because remember, Friday I was very sick, so I did not get to wash my car, and Saturday the car was really dirty. So I said I'm not going to move with people in a dirty car. I went, I had it vacuumed. I had it vacuumed. I also had it washed. Yeah, so you can imagine after having your car washed and vacuumed, and then you have guys that come and was terrible. So anyway, we headed out, and then the newer person also met us along the way, and then we went to the bond. Now we first looked at Nuwas because he was the bond person. So because we did not have a very big budget, our options were also not so many. So let me see how many options did we look at. One option, and remember, most of you guys, when you're buying cars, you want cars that get out immediately. Then the Uganda opposite, is that what they call Euroform or Royal Form? And then we saw like 4 options there. So now the thing is, we were looking at cars where the sellers can accept 20 million shillings as a first payment. Yeah. Now I want you guys to understand, when I'm doing inspection for you, and I don't want you to ever feel like I don't want to go anywhere. The thing is, I don't want to move aimlessly, and it's not out of disrespect. Yesterday when I was with the lady, she kept saying, now let us look at other options, and I'll tell you that story too. And I kept telling her I'm not going to move aimlessly, because I know what we are looking for, and I know what it takes to get what we are looking for. You get? But I'll share the story of yesterday tomorrow. So the same thing happened with the Noah. You cannot go to places where they want first payment 25 or 26 when you have 20 million shillings. Now I know you have a right to go there. For me, normally I would actually let you go, talk to that person after you've looked at their cars. If they accept that amount of money, then I can come and inspect. Because for me, when it comes to cars, I've been everywhere. I know the people that take the very minimum first payment if you're buying on credit. I know the people that will come and take your car if you don't pay on time. Because I will tell you that almost every person that sells the cars, sells their cars on credit, they will tell you they give you 4 to 6 months. Okay, but there are those that will stick to the 4 or 6 months, and if you don't pay all the amount in that period, they come for the car. But I know that there are also those people that will let you have the car for up to a year until you finish. And I also know people where you can actually pay for your car as long as you keep giving them money. You can even pay for 2 years. So for the people that are buying their cars on credit, I need you to understand that as long as you take Arthur for inspection, Arthur is not going to move around like a broker. Like so when you come and we talk about the car you're trying to buy and the first installment you have, normally I will advise you. I will tell you, for the car you're looking for you to have a lot of options to look at, you need this amount of money. If you don't have that amount of money, the people willing to sell you the car might actually be there, but they will be few. They can be as few as only 2 cars to look at. It's only when we look at those two cars and they are not good that I'll tell you, you know what, let's think about another option. You get. So with the newer, we looked at about 6 options, but 4 of the options, actually 7, 4 of the options, there is even an SI that we looked at, but baba de bajiguze yonge mara ulicheba twaga nenga bajiguze. Then there was another car chatuganye about the engine, I think. But then the other 4 options, the reason we did not buy them was because they had only 7 seats. So it means they had 1, 2 in the middle, and then 1, 2, 3 in the rear. That's 5, and then 6, and then the driver. Now there's the newer that people want most is the one that has 6 in the rear and 7 here, and then the driver is the 8th person. So that's the 4 of them. Like I've said, most newers that the traders are bringing into the country are actually take only 6 passengers. And if people are buying newers now, they want newers that take 7 passengers. So that's why we did not buy all those cars. And then there was one that we also liked. It's white. It was definitely better. So we actually looked at 8 newers. Yeah, but most those 8 newers came from like 3 traders. Those are the traders that would take the 20 million first payment. You remember there is a time we bought a car at 42. Now the car we bought, if you ask me, is it the best that we could have gotten? In terms of features, no. In terms of condition, that car was good. Now that newer is where the story gets interesting. And some of you guys mechanics only steal from you or only cheat you. But now this car, we bought it from a trader that has been doing this business for more than 10 years. And we came and tested, we were testing the car. The trader himself told us the gearbox has an issue. But for us, when Natura Morokan engineer, the selector has the problem. The gear selector of the newer is not electric like this one. Mine is electric. So it had a selector issue, and we figured it out with the mechanic I worked with. But the Indian has a mechanic who told him he needs to buy a gearbox. In fact, he was ready to buy a gearbox because after my people paid for the car, he told them, I'm going to give you the wish, you go with it, and then you'll come back on Monday when this car is fixed. But for us, we knew what the issue was with the car. It was the selector. And the Indian's mechanic, yadi yamuteka damu chikopo che, nga guy again spending $1 million in meka, satu to buy a gearbox. But there, our nyini mu bond, my mechanic fixed the gear selector, and the car was moving perfectly. Katinge maro kokwe bajije Japan, yayitegenda nga komo P. Nga ye makanika wo muyindi ya mugamba nti gearbox nfu. Yari ya mugamba gearbox nfu, which was a total lie. Ochitegera, which was a total lie. Gearbox tefa bweti ate CVT yote fira dala bwetu. CVT efa bidala. Ochitegera. So once we fixed the selector, we drove it, and we were fine. But we also asked for a guarantee on the gearbox, just to be safe. And the Indian gave the buyer guarantee on the gearbox, and he also paid for another gear selector because selector bali baji chamyamu. I think it's still the very mechanic. So what the mechanics do normally, especially for you guys that don't want to go to the garage, the mechanic will tell you to get a, you know, we kasora mechanic to get a chikola butter. Customer exchange deal because what the mechanic is going to tell you is that we are going to do exchange with the person selling us the new thing. Tugenda muwachine chikadde ya tuwechipya tumuongere sente. So in that case ajja kugamba gearbox yalibadde ya $1,400,000 naye tumuweno atuwempya tumuwe $1,300,000. Bwengo omanya bumanya nti ekintu gearbox yo sinfu agenda kanika eyo ziri 3 azirye. Kati you can imagine kino ekintu kye twakanise n'emitwalo. I think he gave the mechanic, my mechanic, that 300,000 shillings. Na ye ekimitwalo kye bakyajinze omuyindi emitwalo 3 oli ye yali amusabye million 3 nga the Indian was ready to pay. So for the very first time we helped someone actually sell the car. Olinga wa Range Rover baya akatandika okuvuga emmoroka yatukumidde wano. So the selector was fixed. We drove it. They took it Saturday, drove it Sunday, and then yesterday, after the inspection of the day, is when they brought the car, and the mechanic put Kanzireni, and they put the. I think they fixed the selector. The plan was if the selector doesn't work, the mechanic goes and buys a new selector, and that was the plan. Now I don't know what was done, but I'm waiting for a report from but they say it was fixed. So they don't kujiwanika. We have had a very busy couple of days, so that's what happens. So every time your mechanic tells you something is faulty with your car, and they tell you a very exorbitant fee, please ask around. Some of you guys call me and you want to ask me things for free. Leave me alone. Or could I inspected your car? If I didn't inspect your car, don't call me and expect me to give you answers for free. I'm going to charge you consultation fee. You get? The only people that I talk to for free are people that I've talked to at a fee at least once. If you paid me consultation and if you have proof that you actually paid, someone was tricking me. He texted me once, got the notification of paying consultation, and then he went away. And then next time he's asking me very serious questions. And I asked him to pay consultation. He says, but after I paid and you said I could talk. Kumba, he did not pay. After he texted me, he got a notification to pay consultation. Then he called me. And then when he called me, I told him once you pay the consultation fee, you can ask me questions. So he did not pay the consultation. Then it took like 2 weeks, and then he calls me claiming he paid. Guys, don't be too stingy. Don't be too stingy. You saw Amanda's interview yesterday. Mukurafo. Amanda teyasasula inspection fee. But you know Amanda has bought 2 steering racks at 750,000 each. Nenga raka ya mitwala anamwetano. Ateto sola gula raka 2 mwaka gumu. You get kugamba uli makanika muyaye nnyo. You get, there are things that just hanging around someone that knows things saves you, especially with your car. Guys, before a mechanic charges you an exorbitant fee, ask around. You don't even have to ask Arthur. Ask around. One of you guys went to a famous, I want to say famous mechanic on the internet here. I inspected your car. Now your AC failed, and then you went to this mechanic. The guy sold you an AC pump at 750, I think. Nenga the AC pump is 250 new. You get Nenga gwebaji guza nsavu mwetano. So you guys have to be, and I told you nibaba mekanika wange. If you see my mechanic is trying to cheat you, call me. Call me. You get? Don't be shy. Tewe is a nyochi gaga. So anyway, omuyindi bali bagenda mukubako awuyawonedde. And you know, one of the reasons why we made sure that is done is because when you go with a customer and you inspect a car and you know the car is actually good, and then a mechanic comes out of the blue and they start saying in a moroka anfu gearbox info, you know, it means temumanyi bye mukebera. So that's the thing. We also want people to know that we know what we are doing. A moroka, we saw it. Niptegera on selector yenfu. Mategera on selector yenfu. Ate mechanic avati eri agament mwe ene moroka itaga gearbox impya. You get? So it was also a thing of protecting reputation. Omuntu aleme kuveri kubika bintu bitali birwadde nti birwadde kutukubamu bituli. So just like that, we bought the NUA, and then while the NUA process was going on, because the gentleman also came with his dad, I think. So the dad went to the Indian and did all the bargaining, and we bought that Noah at 41, with the first installment being 20 million shillings. Yeah. So we headed out to the markets. We looked at about, I think, 6 to 7 markets, and that was the best markets. Now, Mark X's are mostly chosen by how they look. Mark X's are not chosen mostly to do with condition. How they look is also very important, both on the interior and on the exterior. Mark X webera bika ngeinamu akabulamu mu interior ebateita. Webe ina akabulamu mu ku exterior erebera teita. Now, when I shared the story of another market that we are concluding today, remind me to give you the comparison of that Mark X we bought at 20 million and the Mark X we are concluding today, and I'll tell you something. Remind me. So that Mark X Yadibu Koto. Now, when we were concluding the newer business, the Mark X buyer told me, Athomanyi, nzekansokenta ambulemu nonye kumodoka nzeka. I told him, but why don't you wait? But nebasasula nuwa yawe netugenda fena, and he said, no, let me go alone. So because he went alone, the new Markex person, the reason why I said I did 3 inspections, the new Markex person calls me, the Markex we are concluding today, and I said, kanaka sente lwaki sikasika kuba nali maze ebyanuwa byali biwedde okitegeera ningamba kankasike. And I think it was good that I pulled that money. Guy baade bagenda muguza Mark 2 grand million 14 nga si birungi, but I'll share the story tomorrow. So nengena we looked at the Mark 2 grand, and then tuba tuvayo tukoma weno the Markex person nangamba after ni moroka, because we had looked at it and they had said let's go look at another couple of Markexes. So while they went to look at the other couple of Markexes, we also went to look at the Mark 2 grand. And when they called me about the concluding on that Markex we had looked at, they just wanted me to look at it one more time for me to confirm that it's good again, so that they can pay. I told them to come and find me in Nakawa, where we're also looking at the Markex that we're concluding on today. So they came that time was around 7 p.m. Yeah, it was around 6, I think 6:30, 6:40 there. So they brought the car, I drove it, put the machine again, and I told them what they had to work on. It will take them about between 100 and 120. And yeah, so for them they proceeded to go pay. And then the Mark X that we are concluding today, we did not buy it on that day because the owner of the Mark X, let me share the story tomorrow. So those are the cars that we bought on Friday and Saturday. For the guys that pay me for inspection, thank you very much. I don't take it for granted. You are not only buying my kids' milk, but you're also giving employment to the people that I work with. I've told you guys, I have a team of about 5 people that I work with. Some of them work with me every day. Other people work with me part-time. They come, they do the gig, they go. So every time you give gig, you're also giving other people gigs, yeah? So toli mkuwa atha kasente ke kali akagura mu motoka. Oinaba labo akasente. Oh, you know, on Friday when I was sick, ekimeze kyo nakikolanga ndi nomulwadde nnyo. So I sent someone to go with my kids to go buy snack, and they said, "Neomanyi, now tulina okugulirayo ku byokunywa gwe engine." So it's a long time since I took Lucozade or even Ribena. Nebandita Ribena, nebandita ne Lucozade, nebangamba gwe engine binywe. Munange nembinywa. I think it helped. Kuba ekimeza nali nyina amaanyi nga toyinza namanya nti ndimu. Kuba ekimezo lwaki kimara nensoka ne nebakamu mu studio nga siri bulungi nakatono. Ne kakati ndi mulwadde, but I think on Friday it was worse. Kati manyi ddagala erindwaza. Nze nganze ndi mulamu ne ddagala lyerindwaza essaawa eno. But I'm taking my last dose tonight. Tomorrow I should be okay. So guys, those are the inspections we did on Friday and Saturday. Yesterday we did an inspection, and today I should be doing an inspection as well. I was booked yesterday. I think someone was calling me like 2 times and I made them busy. Now guys, if you book me for inspection, especially the guys that are on YouTube, please note that Monday to Friday I have an inspection in the morning and I don't do anything else when I'm having an inspection. But once I start the broadcast, sorry, Monday to Friday I will be having a broadcast. And unless I have not started the broadcast, once I start the broadcast, I don't talk to anyone on the phone. I don't do anything. The paramount important thing is the broadcast at that time. So guys, since today is Market Tuesday, I'd like to remind you that I do inspection, pre-purchase and pre-sale inspection. Pre-sale inspection is when you want to sell your car and you want to sell it as fast as possible. So I inspect it on your behalf and on the behalf of the person that wants to buy it. And I tell them everything that is right about the car, everything that is wrong about the car. And then I shoot a full review video of the car, show them everything they may want to know. And then I post the video with your contact information on the video. So then they have a chance to actually contact you. Now, while I do the pre-sale inspection, I also recommend the price you should sell, but I also tell them the price you decided to sell. Now, the price that I recommend to sell is normally the right price for your car. If you listen to me, chances are high you'll sell your car in a week or two. Yeah, so and the pre-sale inspection is 250,000 shillings. I also do pre-purchase inspection, 450,000 shillings. That one you guys already know. Yeah. Now I'm looking for people that want to come and share their testimonies. It can also be bad. You can also come and share evidence. Kuchimeza, it will help us get more inspections. Yeah. So if you are willing to come and share your testimony or your evidence, you can come and also tell the world. And you know what, Arthur yakebere moroka yange, and I think he missed this. Or Arthur yakebere moroka yange, and I think he did a good job, and I've enjoyed it. And you tell us what the journey you have gone through with your car, and why do at it? If you have a business, you can also advertise it kuchimeza for free. Anyway, guys, kamba sibule. Arthur and Davis is asking initial deposit in the project car. It's a valid question. I hadn't seen that, guys. Sorry. Arthur project car turned about 15 cause twabala wanonga almost 9 points. Instead of starch a modoka yo jiraba 15 million. I will not even recoup the money I invested in that car, but I'm selling it at 15 because but who will buy a car more than 15 million shillings now? Which take it, but it's not even. I should, guys, tomorrow I'm going to release a video when we went to Mitiana. I think it should be coming tomorrow, so that you see how that car performs. Yeah, on the highways. Tell him ya da kanyenya bino naganti musana bwe ntuka mu speed 10. Ere moroka I was and I should not be admitting this. I was competing with the Subaru, a 2-liter Subaru. You remember the Subaru Impreza 2-liter that I reviewed here, the sedan. Now that's the car we were competing with, and trust me, namunyo esamazi which tegera. So you want to hire the car for a month, Jovan? Jangu mitwaro 10 olunaku. You come and hire the million is satu. Actually, after Jovan has hired the car for a month, njagisale bay. Because ujaba tuje million za fe wali satu. Kata tujisale dem million 12. Jangu Jovan, you come. Arthur, what's the minimum deposit on your project car? Davis, I don't know. I've not thought of that. Zinga sagara kutunda mabanja. You call me and we talk. Sagara tunda mabanja. Because I'm not a trader, guys. I'm not a trader. But you call me, we talk. I've not thought about minimum deposit. Do you even know why sometimes I drive my cars and wemba ngambi njitunda nembira na ye banga? Because abagula mabanja banji babeerawo naye nga sagala tunda mabanja. Call me and we talk. Jovan, you come and hire it for a month. Come, I give it to you for a month. Osasure a million zo satu. Then amemoroka tukisaledde ku million 12. ekibalo kiba kivaayo, ekibalo kiba kivaayo. Guys, kambasibule. Let me say bye to you guys. I call back the person that I don't know who was calling me, but it seems like someone has given me money. Someone has deposited 52,000 shillings. And I already did the inspection for this person. I don't know why he's giving me more money. He probably wants to call me and ask me something. He's a rich person in Mochikuve. Hey. Nyina manya gemanyi nga manyi wano musajja mugagali eyo Mochikuve. Naye budwana nkubire simu asoka nantirako sente. Joshua Eden Farm, Muyombya Markley, Wandera, Cosmic Peter, Richard Wanga, Motion by Benji, Lawrence Omule, Mukisa Emma Kafero, Dasha 256, K Jovan, Jones Info, George Senkubuge, George Bob, Nima, Just Jack, Dasha 256, Lifelink 365, Katamba Isaac Katende, Nsedeko Starching Kumazendooza, Lucky Mose Paul Sema VIP, Henry Modern Juice, Kato Muhammad, Mirimu, Yusuf Minaj, Katumba Hamidu, Ricky Chikawa, John Senkindu, Amina Johnny, Basic Chris, Julia Sengoba, Sechtoreko Norman, Luyinda Jimmy Dex, Yusuf Minaj, Alexander Jotham, David Sembate. Ate Yusuf omwana oyo namugaye moroka ngalekirawo kugitambuza abantu bajjagira bere erekirawo kubeera special ne omwana moroka agitambuliremu agitambulira mukanda bo baweri wano. But hey guys, I wish you a very lovely day. Thank you very much for choosing to be here every morning. Omugaga mpadde ekizike neyanziza nnyo katika ngende neyagale kangulemu kiraibena wano banga raibena mbu akola ku balwadde naye munsabire emponenzi demonstrate ebyuma kireka kati kilo 5 zigenzi nze nali simanyi nti omuntu asobola okulwana nga tawulira nti mulwadde n'aluzinga kilo empitirivu zityo. Anyway, abali mu Kamoli nga Chairman Zach bwagambye David Sembatya, abali mu Kamoli, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here. I don't take you for granted. Tell people we are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. Gamba buli muntu atana subscribing tuweze abantu emitwalo 10 mukimanyi butuweze emitwalo 10. Of course, even right now our channel is the biggest community of car lovers in the country. In Uganda, it's the biggest. It's not the biggest. It can't be the biggest in East Africa because of data prices. Kati in Singa, Kenya, where data is probably more affordable, abantu barabanyo content online. Kati for one, but more content we Morocco. We are the biggest channel. One ku YouTube, we are the biggest on TikTok as well. A niche channel. Ntitogera ku Morocco kazo kai. Tukora content wa Morocco. We are the biggest, but also we have the best content. We have the best content. We put in the most time, and you guys make it possible by giving me inspection gigs and because my team is very dedicated. Sometimes I make them work extra hours. Guys, thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. I wish you a very lovely day. May the good Lord bless you. Ciao.